and it's not necessarily about dumbing things down. I think it's about how we tell a story, how we differentiate ourselves, how we come across authentically, and it's just a challenge for people to do that. So why do you think lawyers are so challenged by sharing their story, telling their story, and coming up with something unique about themselves that's going to resonate with an audience? Maybe they're the general counsels of the world, the
Right.
CEOs of the world, the people that they're targeting, or just consumers. I mean, people that get in
Exactly.
accidents and need divorces, things like that.
Right. If they're in family law or if they're representing plaintiffs in a case, everything that a lawyer learns in their training is about certifying themselves and obtaining credentials, Steve. So the ultimate, of course, is taking the bar exam early in your career and getting that license that says I'm an attorney, right? So it's a quest for an appropriate kind of sameness, if you will, which is the opposite of differentiation, right? And throughout their careers, lawyers, and frequently, and most lawyers work in firms of some size, small, medium, or large, the firm culture is driven towards obtaining more degrees of sameness. I'm certified to do this. I can do this in bankruptcy. I can do that in real estate. You get continuing legal education credits, right? So what's happening here is, in order to get the work that a lawyer really wants to get, they need all that. And believe me, I respect all that. But that's not what people are looking for when they're hiring an attorney. Because if you're in the conversation to be hired, you have to have those certifications. You got to have that law degree.
The table stakes.
It's exactly right. I say that all the time, Steve. Those are the table stakes. So how do you set yourself apart? And our philosophy at our firm, which led me to write the book, Finding Your Capital S Story, Why Your Story Drives Your Brand, is the most important marketing asset an attorney owns, a law firm owns, is their story.
So
It's
what?
the thing that really sets them apart.
Yeah, and so that's a great segue to answer the question. All right, so a lawyer has a story.
Yes,
Maybe it's even a good story. But
yes.
what separates a story from a capital S story, as you put it, because that's the title of your
Mhm.
book and that's kind of your jam. That's what you're into. So what
Yes.
what makes the capital S story better or more effective than a traditional story?
So if you think back to the way most of us consume news, and in the old days, those of a certain age actually read a new thing called a newspaper that was on paper. The saying used to be, today's news is tomorrow's birdcage liner, right? Well, on social media, I mean, most people can't remember what they read in their social media feed yesterday, right? So those are the small S stories, Steve. The big S story, the capital S story, is just that, because it answers four fundamental questions that stand the test of time. And those questions are, why would somebody buy from you, work for you, invest in you, and partner with you?